Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Hi, and welcome to my world. Today we're going to be talking about survival prepping and how important it is for us. I first wanted to begin with your bug-out bag. And a bug-out bag is a bag that you would take with you when you have to leave home in case of an emergency that would sustain you for 72 hours. This is my bug-out bag. I don't think I have a good bug-out bag because this can get wet. Water can go through it. But it's lightweight and all my items can fit in it and I can carry it pretty easy. So this is my bug-out bag. And it has a lot of pockets and a lot of room to store the things that I need to go in my bug-out bag. But military bags are good. Backpacks, just go online and figure out what a good bug-out bag would be for you. Okay, first item we want to go in our bug-out bag, I'm just going to list some items real quick, is your lighting. If you were to leave home and go somewhere else in case there was an earthquake, martial law, volcano, flooding, the grid goes down, whatever it may be that you have to leave your house. These are the things that you may need when you get to the next place that you're going to be. Lighting. You need to add candles, a flashlight, maybe a headlight, headlamp lights, and batteries for these items. For fire, matches, logs, tinder kits. Food, your MREs, fishing kits, raisins, granola bars. These things last a very long shelf life. Gum, I gotta have some gum. A can opener to open items that you may need. Jerky, lasts for a year. Water. You need to either have a life straw. And I'm going to show you my items after I'm done with this. Or purification tablets. For hygiene, soap, female products, toothbrush, hand sanitizers, deodorant, wet wipes, sanitized and antibacterial wipes, medical supplies, band-aids, ointments, splints, skin staplers, gauze, iodine, peroxide, medications, prescriptions, your vitamins, your herbs and painkillers. Your multi-tools would include your can openers that has a little flathead screwdriver, a knife, and a pliers, that type of thing on the one tool. A sleeping bag. I didn't bring my sleeping bag to show you, but I have a sleeping bag, a tent, a raincoat, space blanket, wool if preferable. Clothing items would be clothing items plus gloves, walking shoes, waterproof jacket, change of clothing, and warm hat. Hand warmers for heat. First aid items, antibacterial wipes, painkillers, gauze, gloves, band-aids, slings, burn gels, antibacterial ointments, tourniquets, antiseptic wipes. Your navigational system. You out there and you can't find where you're going, compass and maps, because we're not always going to be able to depend on the internet. Duct tape, repairs tents and your gear and bags, and stops leaks, and it's waterproof. Folding saw. These will go in your bag because they're very micro, very small. Could chop wood for building shelter, clear pathways. Defense would be a knife, pepper spray, stun guns, a gun and ammo. Miscellaneous items could be your charger for your cell phone, a whistle, your sewing kit, goggles, and your important documents. You got to take your passports, ID, in case something happens to you, someone can know who you are, where you live at, or in case you need these items to move from place to place. License, money. I always have emergency money on hand, at least $500 in cash, small bills, in case you cannot get to an ATM. Those are not going to always be unoperable. And phone numbers, because we do not know anybody's phone number. Now they're inside our phones. We just used to click it, boom, and it goes to the phone or to the person. But write down these numbers on a piece of paper, and if possible, laminate it. That way you can still get in touch with someone if your phone is down. Small mirror to flag for help or give signals. Rope cord, tie strips. Paper, pencil, pens. Spare keys to your house and your car. Always have them in your bag in case you have to drag your bag and you can't find your keys and everything. Everything should be already in your bag. Dust mask and gas mask. Plastic bags, they help you tote items to and from. Plastic bags. We get these all the time. It's very important when you don't have them. They can carry and tote items from to and fro. Pet supplies, if you have a pet, don't forget your pets. We forget to get them extra food and things that they need. Let's go with the children. Diapers, food for them, medications they may need, formulas, toys and blankets and things that your children will need. Each person has to have their own bug out bag, specifically for their own needs. Eating utensils, paper plates, cups, spoons, and forks. Some games. I always buy these are just $1. If everything goes down, I have some word search books. Cookware and camping pots and pans. This here is actually a stove. It's a small stove. Let's see what else I'm going to talk about. Now, we got some things that we need to bug out. Now, let me show you what I got to bug out my bag. I keep here, let's see. For my bug out bag, I have water. Must have water. You can go, survival rules of 3. You can go 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without shelter, 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without food. So in order to have a supreme bug out bag, you want to have water. You want to have food. These are MRE ready-made meals, and I have not used one yet, but they are some kind of way they heat up in the package, so it's gonna be pretty cool. They got M&Ms and look at M&Ms inside, so this will be pretty cool. Let's see what else I got in my bug out bag. I got raisins. They never go old. Ladies, I would hate to go 72 hours or a week or 2 without being able to shave my lip. I just turned into a man. Just to be for real. You wouldn't know who I am after 6 weeks without shaving. So this is for me a very important item. These here are tissues. They going crazy over tissues at the store. These are little tissues. You put water on them, they turn into a tissue cloth. So very cheap on eBay. So I have tissue in my bug out bag. These are hand warmers or feet warmers. They get hot and you put them inside your shoes or inside your gloves, or just they warm up. And I also have 4 packs in here. And I put everything in these Mylar bags, these silver bags, to keep everything from getting wet or getting damaged, and just to be able to know this is for bug out. These are heating starters. Start for fire. Here's my compass. What else I got? Soap, toothpaste, toothbrushes. Here's some little tea light candles, and these are good for lighting and also for heat. And here's some matches, and here's my lighter. So all these things will go with me in case I need to use these. I have them. I have to take rubber bands because they also can be used to tie things down, but for my hair. Here are my life straws. These straws are very good for filtering out dirty water. If you never know where you're going to be and have to use water, these filter out anything that's in it that you don't want, chlorine or whatever it may be. These are called life straws, life straw cups. Deodorant, I don't really use deodorant, but if I had to and I'm not away from home, I will. I usually use baking soda and coconut oil and make a paste with that. But if I had to, I would use these. I have, of course, like I said, again, some, these are just personal items that you might want to take with you. These are hand cloths. And I keep them in the this is to keep them sanitized. I have wet wipes, gloves. You don't know where you're going to be when you're going to have to use your hands to work. This is a match starting kit. Matches are inside, and there's also tinder. And here you scratch it on the box. So these are matches as well. They tell us to take tie ropes. These are ginger snack cookies, because you never know. You're going to be hungry. This right here is a fishing trotter kit. might have to catch fish or be out where you're water and you can catch food. Here is my raincoat. This is a charger. It's a solar charger. I guess it is solar charger. If you put it in the sun, it will charge. But I normally charge it up, and then I can take it with me and charge it phones or whatever it has the plugs for those two. This is my solar chargers. Take those. Make sure you charge your cell phone charger. Take your cell phone chargers. Pads, ladies. Let's see. I always get a whole bunch of flashlights, and this pack came with the batteries already included. So I'm gonna throw in 2 or 3 flashlights with the batteries. What else I want to talk to you about? Oh, here's some batteries already got packed up. This is 4C, and this is double A. What is this? Cough drops. 12 anti-diarrhea pills. You don't know where you're going to be, and something you eat is going to mess with you. Gauze. Bleach germicide wipes. Cotton squares. This isn't even in my, hand sanitizer gel. This is just, let me see. And my hair bandanas, and also you can use a bandana to cover up your face in case there's smoke. There's 100 uses that you can use for a bandana. Look that up. Always have a bandana. Also, I like to take with me these type of items. I'm going to get my, I don't have everything that I'm going to put in my bag, but these are very important things because I staple almost everything. So that's a good item for me to take. Like I said, the bags. And here good socks. When you're walking, you don't know if you're going to have, the roads you're going to be down, or if we're going to have to be on feet. So you got to have a good pair of shoes. I don't know if these are good walking shoes yet, but they're good for if anything trying to bite me or I have to walk through water. I just don't know yet. I'm going to have to walk in them, and I don't think they're going to be good walking shoes. Not for very long, maybe 2 or 3 hours, but after that I don't think so. So I'm going to also pack a good pair of gym shoes. And I have 3 t-shirts, 3 long shirts, and I have also, ladies, you know how we wear these leggings. They are very thin, and they pack very easy. Leggings are just, they're very compact. Boom. And so it's a lot of space saving. So I have those in there just in case. Let's see what else. Okay, and let's go into, and here's my gas mask. And this would be going with me for my bug out bag. The gas mask would be going with me in the bug out bag, and it only costs $30 on eBay. So everybody should have at least 2 items of everything. This here is a charger, and it also is a light, emergency light. So see if you're out on the road or you need help or you're trying to signal. But also it's a charger, electrical charger, and also for your for phones, different outlets for different things. And that's been wonderful in my car. I had to use this just recently. This here is a solar charger. I have not used it yet. I don't even know how to use it, but it is a solar charger. Boom. This would be for me to travel out of the house with. And let's get into our medical supplies because that's very important. This bag would be coming with me. This, of course, just has gauze and your tape and scissors, all your medical supply things that you would need. But this is just not enough. So I also bought this bag for medical supplies, and it has different pockets, and I love pockets because I can store different things different places. We got a little bit of vodka in there, boom. But you know what? Vodka is good for in case if you have to use it for on a wound, or in case you need to. Well, hell, you might just be somewhere and you need a drink. I keep a little tequila with me too, also in those little tasks. But anyway, let's see what we have in here. Tampons. I don't really need tampons. I'm beyond that age, but I may run into a woman that does. But also you can use the tampons, put medication on, and then insert it. So it does not always have to be for a menstrual. Raisins are in my medical bag. What else? Let's see. Granola bars. Okay, this was my medical bag I kept in the car. Okay, yeah. So, the light stick is in here. I have a lot of light sticks. Oh, here's my tequila stash. Boom. I bought a lot of these little things. This here has wintergreen alcohol in it. These little bottles don't cost very much. You get a whole bunch of them too, and you can just put little things in them. I think I have one with peroxide. This has alcohol. And they're small enough just to carry, so you have just enough to use on the go. I have a warm pack in here for my hands and feet. So anyway, this is just my one. This will be going with me with my bug out bag. But if you're going to be bugging in, you might want to try to get you a gas generator or a bigger solar generator, so that in case the grid goes down and you don't have power. Or say, what if the water stops? What is your water source? What is your water supply? Do you have purification pills? My purification pills are inside of this. You can't see what they look like, but they're small, very small little round. But there's 30 purification pills in this thing here, so they're very tiny little pills, but you need to have them to clean water. And also think about how to collect rainwater, or how are you going to survive if you're off the grid. Food, once again, MREs are good. Freeze-dried foods are good. Canned foods are okay. They'll keep you alive, but they're not very nutritional. And also get seeds now, while we can get the seeds, in case we eat all the food up, then we can start a garden. It's going to be a long process, but that's on a long-term grid down scenario. Propane gas is good for cooking and heating. I have a propane gas heater. I don't have a propane gas stove yet, but I did buy a wood stove in case shit goes crazy. I can cook outside on my wood stove. Also, what about your home security? Do you have cameras? Do you have home surveillances? What about personal protection, lethal and non-lethal weapons? Of course, I got my little taser here, but a lethal weapon would be a gun, my 9, have plenty of ammo. What if the ammo is gone? What if you got to go back to non-lethal weapons, a bat or karate, self-defense things that we should be learning now. Communication, CB radios, walkie-talkies, and phones are not going to always be available, so how are we going to communicate? Post offices may be down. We can't write letters. How are we going to communicate? They got ham radios and CB radios and walkie-talkies that we need to invest in. Medical supplies, again, your peroxides, your alcohols, everything that you need for your medical supplies. And also your medical supplies, medicines. Don't forget to pack your medications and have those be able to go with you in your bug-out bag, but also have them in your bug-in location, too. Knives, axe, and saws. They got micro knives, axe, and saws that you can put in your bug-out bag, but and when you're bugging in, you can just have regular size items. Again, you need lanterns for lights to go out in the house, or candles, flashlights, and I also want to tell you about this Crisco, because as you can see, there is a little candle or a light flame over the eye. So Crisco has been used as a candle in times of war. So it can be used to, you can see that I have a candle stuck down in it, because it has the wick in it. And you can burn the wick, and then you have hours of light from this can of Crisco. And I got different sizes to go around the house. They got small, different sizes. I think this costs maybe $10 for this size, but it's going to be worth it. If the lights go out, I'm going to be able to see. Here, if you're going to be bugging in for a very long time, you need to get long shelf foods, and beans are a very long shelf food life, like 30 years, and rice has a very long shelf shelf life too as well. But these here are $20 at Walmart, and they are 48 hours and 4 people meals. I don't know how this stuff tastes, but you will survive. So these are some things that you can go and get now before shit hits the fan, because I believe it's hitting the fan now. We just, don't know it. These MREs, I hear, taste very well. People in the military say they're good. I'm also going to be taking these beans, beanies, and weenies, because the top opens, and if I don't, I can just pop it and eat it right out the can if I need to. So I have these to go. And I have some, you want to start saving these for you to go back, your plastic silverware. I think that's all. And let me go into some survival hacks real quick. Like Crisco is the candle. To dry your boots. If you're outside, your boots are wet, you can place warm rocks inside it and dry boots. Baking soda hacks. You can wash your hands, wash fruits with it. Again, brush your teeth like I do with mixed baking soda with coconut oil. I brush my teeth, and I use it for deodorant. You can wash your clothes with it. Remove splinters. Extinguish fires. I have done that before with baking soda. And it also is insect bite paste. So go on YouTube and look for survival hacks, and also go on YouTube and look for Canadian Prepper. I learned so much from this guy, and also he tells you what's the best items to buy. He compare items, and also you can go and look for homestead preppers, and they teach you about how to farm and how to raise chickens. Remember, I had like over 20 chickens, and I was doing it, and had my eggs coming in, and it was very exciting. And I learned that from homestead preppers. And also you can go to pantry preppers, and they will teach you how to dehydrate foods and what long shelf foods are good and how to store them in Mylar bags and this type of thing. So it's very interesting. It's fun to learn, and now is the time to go out and to go to YouTube and start learning these things. Should have been learning them for real, because shit's hitting the fan. And now don't think that you have time. Do it now. 1 month after the grid is down, no supplies, no resources, and starvation is going to start hitting in after just 1 month. The trucks will stop. Stores are closed. Lack of power and water. That's what the grid is down. People looting for supplies. The sewage is going to stop and back up. Roads may be unavailable or washed out if there's a flood, or you just don't know if you're going to have to walk to get where you have to go. Do you have a bicycle? Do you have a moped? Do you have other main means of transportation for off-road? Gas stations may be closed, so you got a gas generator, but you can't get gas. So are you stacking up a lot of gas, a lot of gas cans of gas just to be on the safe side? What if the ATMs are down? You can't get cash out, so you need money at home in small bills so that you can negotiate and get things that you need. If the internet is down, do you have something for your children to do, some games or something to keep you occupied? What about cell phone towers could be going down? No public transportation. And the police aren't coming to assist you in anything. So if there's not something major, right now they're saying that they're not coming out to help. If there's like a thief, a theft, or something like harassment or something minor, they're not coming out. They're saying that now, and we're not even in a major crisis. So just think, when shit really hits the fan, you're on your own. So are you going to be able to protect yourself? Will you be able to do simple medical procedures or even major procedures on yourself and the people that are around you, your team? And that's important too. Having a team, your neighbors need to be aware of what's going on. You need other people to be prepping with you, because a lonely prepper, I tell you, it is a sad situation. People are looking at me like, oh, she's crazy, she's stocking up and hoarding, blah, 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 blah. But you don't understand that now that we need this, everybody's looking at me, oh, you was on it. Yes, I was, and I am. So I'm just trying to continue to push other people to still continue. It's not too late. It's just